Well, good morning. This is a very special Saturday morning because we are inviting a brand new member to join the TSC family. And you know her, I know her, you know her from her HGTV shows, her brand new show, Life is Messy, Masters of Flip, Making It Home. I mean, this is a woman who does it all. And she is here bringing us an exclusive line. Watch this, and then we'll come on back in just a sec.
For too long, home design felt like a puzzle, a set of rules to follow, a formula for perfection. But what if your space was more than just put together? What if it told your story? What if it felt like you? That's why I created Kort Co, to make design decisions easier and help you embrace your personality in every corner of your home. Design isn't about rules, it's about creating a space that feels right for you so you feel right at home. At Kort Co, we want to imagine, create, and inspire together.
That's right, Courtney Wilson is here, and I want to show you what we've got coming up in the show because this is all about 100% cotton muslin. You are getting the luxury of that organic cotton against your skin. So timely for this warm weather. The heat is coming, and these throws are absolutely beautiful. Those throws can really give a home just that warm, kind of lived-in feeling, but done so in a really luxurious way. They're 50 by 70. Start jumping in and shopping on those. They're only $45. And let's show you. Do we have the still guys for a little bit of everything? I get the look. Because you're going to want to get the set. That cotton muslin throw, that's the one that I just mentioned a second ago, but we have this sheet set that we're going to start, the duvet cover, and we have the coverlet. I've had the pleasure of having that beautiful soft blue set. It's a dream. It's a dream. Do you hear the giggle? This woman is off the charts, so talented, so beautiful. And to do this exclusive relationship with us, thank you very much. Good morning.
I'm over the moon excited. I could like cry happy tears right now. This is so exciting for me, y'all, to be able to bring this line home. I was born in Canada and my Canadian roots are super important to me.
Yeah, super strong.
Super strong.
So we'll hear a few y'alls.
Yeah, you will. I mean, I've lived in the South for 28 years, so I'm gonna throw out y'alls, but I can say y'all and a in the same sentence, okay?
Perfect. But what I love is that homes and flipping homes and design and all of that, as much as, you know, your acting and singing career has really been like a part of your DNA, hasn't it?
Totally. Like, I moved to Nashville for music, and to basically support my music career, I started flipping houses.
Yeah.
And that's how I ended up backwards, the back door into design. And so I've like renovated a gazillion houses, but now my heart is trying to help other people, you know, bring their houses to life, because I can't, you know, go to their houses and flip their entire house in 35 minutes or 60 minutes.
Sure.
It takes a lot longer than that to flip a house, you know?
Y'all.
Yeah, y'all.
But that is true. And bringing that beautiful sense of luxury and calmness and beautiful fabrics against your body. We're going to start with the sheet set. Wanted to give you a quick overview of this beautiful set. So we'll talk to the duvet cover coming up. We've got some beautiful sets, but want to just pull this off?
Yeah, because it is important. I'm so glad you said, like, hey, you have to see it as a whole.
Right.
Because this entire line was developed that way. I always say layer your lighting and layer your linens. That's the reality.
Layer your lighting, layer your linens.
Yeah, when you walk in to like a really pretty furniture store, you're buying a lifestyle.
Right.
And so what happens is you walk in and you buy one little thing and you bring it home, you're like, huh? It doesn't look like that in my house. So I really wanted to basically make the collection easy for you to layer basically any of these colors. But yeah, let's start with the sheets.
Yeah, and the sheets, I mean, you can obviously feel the coolness of this beautiful luxury, right? So first of all, your color palette. So there's 4 different color options.
That's right.
I'm gonna grab some of the shams here. So take us through the colors.
Yeah, so basically I wanted to have 4 actual colors, but I also wanted them to read as neutrals. What do I mean as that, like as a designer? Well, I don't want you to go, I can't use this, I painted all of my walls gray, or all of my walls white, or all of my walls some accessible beige.
Right.
All of these colors, even though they have color in it, and it's gonna bring personality, are gonna be really easy for you to incorporate.
It's so funny because I'm not a blue kind of person. Clothes, yes.
Same.
I brought this one home in the blue. I put it in my guest room and I'm like,
Yeah, and
Wow, like that's stepping out of my box for me.
I'm
you know?
not gonna lie, I was actually at a store a few months ago and I was like, I loved the blue linens and I was surprised by it. And we changed one of the colors to accommodate blue.
Wow.
Yeah, because again, it's, especially this like sort of powdery blue is gonna be really in seasons to come. And the other cool thing about all of these linens is that we have every single thing. So like the sheet set, the coverlet set, the duvets in all the colors. Because the other thing that's really, really, really big right now is color drenching.
Okay, so all the layers and layers, lots of
Layers
color.
of colors.
So the sheet set, first and foremost,
Yeah.
I just wanted to give you an update because it's queen and king only, and I know you've already been pre-shopping on it. It's also on Easy Pay. I know it's going to sell out. Which color, Scotty? You're going to have to tell me which color we've got the least of right now. The green. So let's just take a quick peek at the green bed. This is, how would you describe this green? I sort of described it as a cucumbery green.
It is cucumbery. It's a little bit less mint, more cucumbery, but
Okay.
but again, it's
I'm going to pop over here for a
yeah,
quick
for
sec.
sure. And you know what's really cool about the green? Okay, I'm going to show you something. Let's pull this back
Yeah.
too, just this way. On this sheet set, you can base it. This is one of those colors that can work for spring. So watch this. When we're talking about staging, right?
Right.
If you put a pop of pink on the green,
yeah.
it looks like spring or summer. But if you put, you know, holiday stuff, see, look, I got my bag of
look
goodies
at you.
back
I'm
here,
glad you have
right?
all your- yeah.
And you bring in blue inside, and maybe,
Oh, that's fun.
you know, you add two different colors, all of a sudden you have more of a holiday mix in there. So we really, again, we wanted to make sure that these are gonna be very diverse throughout the year.
Well, they're all done in a 300 thread count, right?
300 thread count.
So the quality of the sheet is, to me, that coolness against your body.
That's
What's
right.
the fabrication on this one?
Well, it's a sateen weave.
Right.
So that's why it feels so silky.
Yes, yes, but it's not high shine or anything.
No, it's not high shine. And the reason we went with 300 is that I'm really struggling these days with my husband where I'm premenopausal, y'all.
Yeah, I hear you.
So some nights I need layers and other nights I need to whip off those layers.
Right.
And with the 300 count, it's definitely more breathable.
For sure. Also, with that, with the quality and the structure of them, the after wash, I mean, they just get softer, which is so nice.
That's right. That's
Yeah.
right. And you know, I always say, okay, I'm going to sit down.
You sit down. There you
I'm
go.
going to sit down and wrap myself in the sheets. Oh, I guess
I
nobody.
never thought I'd be in bed with Courtney Wilson. Love it. Love it.
So basically, when I would go on vacation, I would love walking into the bedroom and jumping into bed.
The best.
Because it is the best.
Yes.
Because we don't do this at home typically, right? So we get used to these linens, this experience when we're on vacation.
Right.
And then it occurred to me, why the heck can I not have this at home all the
Yes.
time?
Yeah.
So I started personally upgrading my linens to accommodate that. And now I want that for you guys.
Well, that's the beauty of it, because to me, it's like the biggest pleasure of life. Like, I iron my pillowcases.
You do not.
I do, because I love that feeling. And, you know, they say there's great psychology in making a bed every day.
100%. I've sent this TikTok to my kids
Right.
many, many times.
Right. It's your chances of success, they say.
Yes.
Whoever they are in
Yes.
life are even greater. So just making that bed and making your nest and your self space the best it can possibly be. And that's what this whole line is about. This organic cotton muslin, so beautiful. I just want to let you know the throw, Scott's just letting me know that throw is very busy right now. So let's just pop this up. This is an entire look. So the cotton muslin throw is only $44.99. 120950. The lowest quantity are in the blue. So, yeah,
okay.
so the blue
and you
is
know
going to
what's so
sell out
interesting?
first.
It's this throw that
Yeah,
we're talking about
yeah,
right
yeah.
now. Here's what's so interesting. And again, coming back to, you know, the fact that you can layer everything.
Right.
Let's just pretend, y'all, like the taupe-ish gray.
See, I would never do those
I
two
know.
colors together. They're so perfect.
I know, but now you can actually layer any one of these
Yeah.
on. Now again, we would have a duvet on top of this, but you layer that. Oh my goodness, I'm working.
Okay,
here.
have
One
some
second.
fun.
I'm gonna have some fun. Because you just said you make your bed in the morning. I think it's a huge deal. But a lot of people don't want to make their bed because it doesn't look like this when it's done.
Right.
But when I will walk into the house or into the bedroom just to see it all put together, I don't have control over my life, y'all.
Yeah.
But I have control
over this.
my bedroom.
Yes.
But like if you did this, you've got your mug and you've got a little bit of greenery and you've got the taupe and the blue. Again,
it just makes me happy.
Yeah. And now let's throw some linens around and, color drench this baby.
So this is the beauty of being able to work within this line, is that if you want to pick up the coverlet set, do so, or the duvet cover, we have both versions. And then all the accessories, while we have them in stock right now, because this is the first show, you can grab those and really put together this whole color drenching kind of palette. So explain what color drenching is. She's the color drenching designer.
Is this?
That's right, she's super designer.
Head to toe. So when you're talking about a home, you would color drench the home, meaning the body of the house and the trim of the house. When you're talking about the bedroom or the linens, you would make the sheet set the same color as the quiltlet or the coverlet or the duvet, the pillowcases, and that gives it a really rich look. Now, for me, I like both these options. I like being able to color drench, but I also like being able to switch up a throw really easily to just achieve a different look for the spring, summer, fall. I address my bed for the linens based on the season. Well, why not? It's an inexpensive way to change up the whole room by throwing a different throw in.
And it's such a big piece of furniture, it makes an enormous difference, right? And then maybe you do some paint if you were to do a full makeover, right? I mean, it's just such an inexpensive way to achieve maximum results.
That's right. And if you were going to do the paint, you could do the ivory, you could do the gray taupe, you could do this. Any of these would read as neutrals on the wall with any of this stuff.
I love this blue and taupe together. Now that I have the blue, I want these taupe sheets. Now, we are calling them gray for ordering purposes.
You're calling them gray,
but I don't think they're gray.
Well,
what do you think?
So here's what I think. I think they are called gray, but the grays are shifting from cool tones. Now I'm going to start talking designer.
You please.
Cool tones to warm tones. Everything is very warm right now.
Okay.
Warm woods, warm tones. You're seeing orange and brown coming back versus really cool, like bright white, bright, like almost bluish gray.
Right.
So this is bringing, again, metaphorically speaking, warmth to the room as well, visually.
So it is, and also too, when you accessorize that with something that is more gray, obviously that's the way it's going to read. Yes, please, fold it up. At least she's neat, right? First time in the TSC studio. Courtney Wilson is here. We are talking design. It is so wonderful to have you in from Nashville, but you are a Canadian.
I am a Canadian girl. And you cannot take that out of me anywhere.
And I love the fact that this has been a passion of yours for such a long time that, you are in the trenches on this. You've been working in design forever, haven't you?
I have, but at the core of who I am just as a person, home is really important to me.
Right.
Oh, I don't want to cry. But it is really important to me, And when you go through life, and we've all been there, right? We've all been hit by something or other. The way to recharge for me is sleep. Yeah. And it's about the only thing that I got to recharge, Mm-hmm. And so these linens and bedding and the bedroom in particular is that place for me. And I think it's the place we start. When we think about home renovation, we always go kitchens and bathrooms. But we spend a third of our lives in bed.
Absolutely.
So we should be spending, we'll go out on vacation to a resort and spend thousands of dollars to get this full experience. But then, we come home and we haven't invested in our own bedrooms.
Right.
So
and
this
that's
is the way
why
to do that.
It's such a pleasure. Like when you go to a hotel, that's the first thing. Like, remember before when you'd go to a hotel and you'd love the bed so much and the linens so much, they never sold them.
No.
And now there is a menu.
Yeah.
Because they really go all out for them, and you have such a great experience that you want to take that experience home. Well, this is Courtney Wilson's version of that, of taking it home. All right, we're going to move from the sheets here in just a second. We'll talk about the duvet cover and all that 100% that cotton muslin.
Yes.
But the four-piece, the flat sheet, the fitted sheet, the two pillowcases. Can you just give us a few specs on the sheets? How deep the pockets?
18-inch deep pockets, guys. I heard you on Instagram.
Yes.
That's really what you want. I like a fitted sheet, so it was really important for us to get the 18 inches and for it to be able to be pulled tight. So we've accomplished both of those things.
Okay.
So we're good to go there. Sateen finish, which is the weave, which makes it really, really soft. It will get softer as you wash it. But yeah.
Do you throw your sheets in the dryer? How do you launder your sheets?
Okay, so
let's
I
have this
system.
conversation.
So
Yeah.
I put them in the dryer for sure.
I do too.
Yeah, but if I'm on top of it, and I'm not always on top of
Right.
it, sometimes I leave for the day, I try to take them out of the dryer just before they're fully dry. Because when I do that, I'm able to stretch it out and I don't have to iron it. Now, my friend over here, Carrie, she's out there ironing her pillowcases.
Well, just the pillowcases. Okay, I have been known to iron a flat sheet before, but it's just that first time where you jump in, right? And then all of a sudden the chihuahuas get in and my husband gets in. And you're like,
I've got pugs.
Oh.
Yeah.
You have pugs?
Which is another, it's another thing. Like, I don't want anything too precious in my home. I want the luxury feel, but not the luxury price.
Yeah, no kidding. And that's exactly what this cotton muslin is. Let's just go to it if we can, Scott, because this is available today. The duvet cover in the blue, the cream, the gray, and the green. And that's that soft light green. We have it in queen. We also have it in king. The set includes, of course, the 2 pillow shams, the duvet cover. We have the coverlet version that's going to be coming up. But shipping and handling on this is free, so don't worry about that. But the duvet cover has a beautiful closure on it as well. But let's talk about this luxurious material.
Okay.
Why did you choose cotton muslin?
Well, you just heard me talking about texture. So the thing about texture is you have to mix and match. So we did the sateen finish on the sheets, and then we alternated with the muslin finish on the duvet cover, because if it's wrinkly, it looks the way that it's supposed to look.
So I don't have time.
You don't have to. In fact, do not iron this.
Okay, got it.
I will come after you. The whole point is that you shouldn't have to iron it. And you'll also notice that it's a slightly different finish on the underside. So it's not technically reversible, but it's reversible.
Sure.
Okay, so now the other thing that I love about this is it's super lightweight. So you can decide what you put inside the duvet cover. And if you want feathers, or you want down, or you want something that's a little finished
polyfill or something,
go for it. That's your choice. But the outside is going to be a little bit thinner. So, you know, again, can you tell that I'm, you know, married and I'm trying to accommodate both my husband and I? Like sometimes, and we're never on the same schedule as far as our heat going.
Temperature regulation, the only way to get it is through breathable materials, right?
Yes, and layers.
Yes, and 100% cotton, and that's what you're getting here, but in a super beautiful light layer with a cotton muslin.
Are you channeling your pets right now?
I just love it. Like, it's got such a beautiful texture to this. This green color, you know, and again, I would have gone for the greens or the grays, the taupe families, but
You went for the blue.
I'm enjoying these soft shades.
Yeah.
Like, they're very happy.
You know, linens bring, like, a lot of things, but they bring memories.
Yeah.
You know, and I remember, because I've been investing in linens in a long time. I don't do expensive handbags or really expensive shoes or anything, but linens, I've got so many closets full. But I like to change them out, and because I'm changing them out, they last a whole lot longer.
Right.
But I have memories of bringing my babies home, and I think, you know, we wrap ourselves in these things. We care about what we put on our face and our skin and our bodies, but we often forget that this brings a feeling too.
Yeah. So. It does. Well, I mean, you wrap your babiys in muslin.
Yes.
Right?
You know what?
It's the fabric of our lives, as they say.
I know, and we do wrap our babies in our muslin, and we you know, cradle them. Yeah. And yet we don't often do that for ourselves. Like, we're not bringing these fabrics to our home. So that's another great
It's really
reason
nurturing.
to do it.
It's really nurturing. But that luxury is not having to be, you know, off the charts expensive. So
that's right.
Cotton muslin, it will last you as long as you want it. That's the beauty of it. No matter how much you wash it, it will just be better and better and better. You have all the layered pieces. Changing out your linens right now creates the freshness in your home.
And remember, it's supposed to look messy. Like, if the, not that I'm condoning messy, okay? I didn't say that.
Don't make your bed. It looks good.
But you know, when you look at those magazines and it's like sort of like a ruffled sort of look, and you've got the, like, again, let's bring our tray back. Like, I want it to feel lived in. And this fabric on top of the sateen makes it feel just that.
Oh, completely.
And then again, like, let's remind everybody, we can pull different colors in here. Ooh, I like the feather.
Which one do you
Oh my
want?
gosh.
Oh, that feather is pretty.
No, look
Actually,
at this.
that would be gorgeous with
this
the blue.
This is a great
yeah.
example because look at, this is the color of the other blue linen on the green.
Grab it, grab it, grab it.
Right? So if you took this, look at this little muslin
See, now
throw.
I'm gonna have to borrow that.
Check this out. On the mint green or on the cucumber, I like your cucumber idea. We throw that on the mint green with this, and you add an accessory from your home. I know y'all have accessories laying around in boxes and in attics. This is when to use them.
It's aspirational for sure, isn't it? I mean, that just looks so pretty. And it's so funny for a messy bed, how beautiful that looks.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a little messy.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be, what is it, tussled or no, what's the word I'm looking for? Tussle, I don't know.
I don't know. Scott, look it up for us.
It's early.
ChatGPT it. We are offering the duvet cover. There's wooden button closures on it. Can we see those? If the wooden buttons?
Oh,
yeah,
yes,
because
yes,
the
yes.
closures are really pretty, and everything has that
goodness.
organic feel and nature to it, right? Along
Yes.
even with the closures in the wood.
And actually, when I got the initial samples, you probably don't have people saying this, but I didn't love the quality of the buttons, so we upgraded them.
Oh, good.
And so now they're a beautiful wood button, and it's a nice little detail. Again, texture, natural elements. These are the things that really kind of pull everything together.
It's a relaxed look, lightweight, really great for sensitive skin. If you've got super duper sensitive skin, you know, this is the ideal fabrication for you. If it's going to be a hot,
you're a new
humid,
mom.
a new mom for sure. But I mean, you live in Nashville.
I live in
It
Nashville.
gets hot.
Well, it's very humid there. It's very hot. And so again, no matter where you live, I don't care if you live in the North Pole or the South Pole.
right.
Layers are the key to the look of the bed.
Yeah.
And then if you're premenopausal like I am, and you're worried about that, you just whip off layers when you need and you add them back on. But at the end of the day, I want you to walk into your bedroom and love it. I want you to love it. I want you to stop saying, I don't deserve it, and instead invest. You're gonna spend a third of your life.
This is your
in
nest.
bed.
It's your nest. It's where that
It's your
you.
nest.
It's where you recover. It's where you have those moments of
Yes.
privacy. It's where those moments of just recuperating, resting and relaxing. You know,
Yeah.
self-care. And these
Yeah.
are the ways to treat yourself. Also, can we pop up just the whole get the look? So if you want to pick up, and I know that's what many people are doing right now, picking up the satin sheet set, sateen, pardon me, not satin, sateen, a cotton sateen, and then the muslin duvet cover. So you can go the coverlet or the duvet cover. And then, of course, we've got the throw, which is a 50 by 70. So the coverlet is, let's just mention what that's about. Is that on here or no?
So this is the coverlet, but it's multi-purpose. So
Okay.
I'm gonna explain it here. So if you want the layers, then you would do the sateen set, you would do the duvet, and then this is like a nice layered across. So Carrie, if you pull that, like you're making the bed, right?
There we go.
It's nice and layered
I love it, you just have
across.
to throw.
We could bring another throw on top of here, which we actually have another one over there. But let's actually color drench
This is the
one.
chenille, right?
This is all, this is the chenille right here, which we're gonna get to that in a
so
second.
that's the coverlet.
Thicker, but let's just say we wanted to color drench this.
Right.
Now, say you at home, you're like, listen, I don't know about premenopause. I am menopausal to the nth degree, or I am just hot all the time. This is what I would do. So let's take this off.
Okay.
Can we throw it all the way down?
Okay. Nicole's gonna hate us.
Yeah,
All
she's
right.
probably gonna hate us. But
That's our stager.
I'm sorry.
She's done such a beautiful job
Yes.
putting everything on.
So I, again, would use this as layers, but you can also just use it like this. It is large enough.
That is nice.
That's
for
right. So if you pull that there, we can just sling it back.
Right.
And this is a nice light layer. Now, again, we've got the sheet set. If you want to pull the sheet up, right, you can do that for a look. But it's just a nice light
isn't that
layer.
Nice.
And
If you don't have AC, if the fans are
yes,
just going in
that's
the house.
right. This is a beachy a beachy vibe.
Is it ever?
Right? It's a very beachy vibe. So then if you add that.
I want to go back to Baja.
Oh my gosh, me
This
too.
is perfect in Cabo.
And then let's pull some greenery in here. Look, I love my little staging area back here. How
Oh,
fun.
see, I love this coverlet like this. This is beautiful, especially with the sateen sheets. It's a nice juxtaposition with the
Right,
textures.
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay, let's pull some of this over here.
Now,
Easy, breezy.
the coverlet, I'm just
Yep.
going to grab the item number on the coverlet. What is it, Scott? Is it up on there? Okay. How much is it? It's at $139. So you can get the queen or the king on that. Is that the case, Scott? Yeah, just double checking on that coverlet. Yeah, queen or king. There we go. Queen or king, cream, blue, green, and gray.
still staging.
$139. Whoops, pardon me. Almost fell over. For the queen size, $149 for the king size.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. And isn't that the way, just that light
it's-
airiness? Like you can see the ceiling
Yeah.
fan going.
That's right. And design is not supposed to be rocket science. So
Right.
but just by pulling a few items on here and layering linens, you'll hear me say it 100 times.
Yeah.
That's how you accomplish the look that you're seeing me do on television throughout the years. And you're like, I could never do that. Yes, you can.
Maybe you have an Airbnb, and it was funny. I just went to an Airbnb in PEI, and the house was done like this.
Really?
Right? So it was all the color drenching.
Instagrammable.
It was very Instagrammable, and it was just so beautiful. But you walked in, and this is the different part. You didn't feel fussy to me, even though it was done to
Guys,
the nines.
if you cannot jump on a bed, then you haven't done it right. You're
Right.
supposed to feel like it's home.
Mm-hmm.
You're supposed to feel. Do you know the best compliment that I get when people come into my house, because it's pretty put together.
Yeah.
I mean, don't look too close, but it's pretty put together, is that they can jump on the couch, they can lay down, they don't even have to take their shoes off in my house, but we live in the South, so,
Right.
you know, it's that kind of thing. And same thing, you walk into the bedroom, it feels like home.
It's very unique in that feeling because, you know, I think bedding and just really talk to those trends because
Yeah.
bedding was very tailored, very, you know, fussy and brocadey and high beds and all of
But
that.
Carrie, like, I would do this. I would sit here with my girlfriends and be like, hey, let's chat.
Yeah, right,
Let's
right.
cry. Let's laugh.
Yeah.
You know, this is where the memories are made. But, you know, I'm certainly not going to do that if I'm not proud of my bedroom and I don't feel like I'm comfortable with it. So
Yeah, and these are the fabrics that make you feel so good on your skin.
somebody's going to
So-
say, you've got your shoes on the bed. That's not very Canadian of me.
That's okay. That's okay. All right, we have Courtney Wilson for the very first time joining us here at TSC, part of the TSC family now, exclusively. And you're launching this exclusively with us, right?
On purpose. Yeah, on purpose. Y'all, I've been watching you for years. And it means a lot to me that you guys wanted to have me on. But I for sure wanted to bring this line back to Canada and reach as many people as possible. And this was the way to do it. And also, this is just fun. Y'all are fun.
Oh, don't you love? I love you. She's going to be with us for a long time, that's for sure. But these are very accessible pieces in the color palettes, color drenching. Just be your own designer and just be inspired. And right now, if you're not loving your linens, if they're just not speaking to you, or you're constantly scrolling, you know, on Instagram, and you're seeing all these pictures and kind of going, wow, I wish my room was like that. It's not that hard. You just have to have the right pieces.
I was recently at a department store and I was looking at sheets because I'm constantly buying them to for research, to figure out what I want. And there was this couple and she was like, maybe we should just get both of them. And he was like, I don't understand. And she was like, well, I mean, we could switch them out. And he was like, I don't get it. And I chimed in, I was like, she's right. Get both of them. Because the linens are gonna last that much longer if you're changing them out.
Hey,
so
it's winter and summer tires. I know you don't change your tires. We're still changing our tires. Winter and summers, you're getting extra seasons out of them that
it
way.
also saves me time. So when I'm changing sheets, I'm never putting the same ones back on.
Oh, because they're all interchangeable.
Yeah, it's a time thing for
isn't
me.
that
I don't want to be
smart?
without sheets on the bed all day. I'm too type A for that. So I take this out, put it in the washer, and then I'll either put them to another bed if I'm changing out too, or I'll switch something out just so it feels fresh again.
So we're going to go back. I want to mention the sheets because I know you've been shopping on the sheets. We have the queen and the king size available in the sheets. And then let's put this bed back together
Okay,
because
let's do
Nicole's
it.
going to have a heart attack.
No, this is great because we can show how you're layering the linens.
The sheets are available queen and king in all 4 colors. Okay, come on back. We're making the bed.
Yep.
This is the duvet cover that we're
Feel
on right
this.
now. It's beautiful. Really, like just that cotton muslin, there are different qualities in that muslin,
Yeah, I'm
right?
so proud of it. I really am.
I bet you went through a ton of samples.
Oh my gosh, so many samples, and you know, I was ruthless.
Well, to put your name on something is a very big deal, right?
It is, and if I'm
it's
not
a
going to
vulnerable.
use it myself,
Yeah.
you know, how can I put my name on it, and how can I be proud of it? So
Yeah.
I wanted to. Okay, so if we do this, and we fluff this out a little bit, we'll tuck that. Well, maybe. Whoops, these pillows fell. Let's get them back up. And now we're just going to pull this out like this, and I'm even going to show you if you want the sheet, so we can see everything.
Okay.
We'll pull this out and tuck it. Look at how fast
and
we're doing
tuck.
this. Yeah, and tuck. So
All
it's
right.
a nice.
You're a
if
woman
you
after my own heart. I love bedding so much.
Now let's color drench this, okay? So let's do, actually the coverlet is underneath that, which is a great thing because if you do like the coverlet, but your partner really wants more layers, this is the way to make the bed because you can take this down.
You pull it back
and they
to
just
reveal.
Have the coverlet.
Nice.
But now we're color drenching, so you can see.
See, because I like a little nap, and I like to use a coverlet for a little nap because I don't want to get under the sheets for a nap because that feels like
my
sleep.
daughter. She doesn't want to make her bed. So
Right. But I do that on top, and then that feels like, okay, I can just do a little 45-minute power nap that way.
That's right. Oh, you know what? I actually think with this color drenching, look at, I'm gonna
Go for the naturals.
go for the naturals,
Right.
Cup of coffee. I also drink coffee in bed in the morning. Now, if I didn't
How many
love-
cups a day?
2.
All right. How do you take your coffee?
Cream, lots of it.
Just me and cream too. We are sisters.
We're sisters from another mister.
Yes. Just cream. It has to be the right amount, though.
Yeah, and no milk. If you
No.
put milk in it, I'll know.
No, I won't drink it. I'll drink it black if I have milk in it, or else I just won't have
That's
it at all.
right.
Yeah.
So when I'm laying in bed, that's one of the sweet things my husband does. He brings me coffee in bed every morning. But I love the feeling of resetting. And I wouldn't love it if I didn't love my bedroom. And
Yes.
I just wouldn't stay there. I'd want to get the heck out.
I mean, I am one of these homebodies where, at 9 o'clock, 8:30, I can go to bed. I mean, because I love my,
Yeah,
you go.
turn on Netflix.
Absolutely.
Or TSC and start shopping.
TSC, of course. Also, the throw. Let's just put the graphics up for the throw. Is this the chenille
Okay,
throw?
so this is
This is
a
it
totally
says it's the muslin throw. Okay.
This is the muslin throw.
That's the muslin throw.
This is the chenille throw.
Okay.
Now, feel
Yeah.
this.
Yeah, let's put up the graphics for chenille. There we go.
Feel that, my friend.
I have not felt this one yet.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
So this is
this is nice quality.
really soft.
Like,
It
this has a
has-
weightier
That's right.
quality to
This
it.
has the stripe detail. This has the fringe detail. So now, if we were just going to use this, okay. The chenille throw and the muslin throws have tons of uses. Don't just think your bed.
Yeah.
Think the chair in your bed. If I
Absolutely.
had that little chair in the corner, that's what I'd be throwing this on. Same with the muslin. But you can, of course, do what we just did really messy. And if you're ever wondering how you do this, I always lay it out like that and scrunch it in.
Oh. Oh, that does work.
And then if you put something on the middle of it, there you go.
Okay,
But
so
to
that
me-
that is an A-type personality.
Yeah, it is.
I like it. I like your technique.
But this is right up my alley because, again, I like the weight.
Yes, and this
So-
is the chenille throw, everyone.
That's
so
right.
if you're looking for the chenille,
is
and
the
the chenille
chenille.
comes in one color.
Just this color,
Right.
neutral, and it will work on the gray, it will work on the blue, it will work on the green,
Yeah.
it will work on the ivory, obviously. But it's also one of those things that if you didn't want to make it all messy, you could just do this. Right?
Yeah, that's a great
Just-
napping throw.
It is a napping throw, but it's very clean. This is a little bit more of a modern clean line off the side. Of course, I did it where you can't see the stripe, so let me turn it this way. But isn't that pretty?
Very much so. And it just, again, has that real natural, organic kind of feeling to it. Also, putting it over your couch, putting it just off to the corner on
Oh
the
my
couch.
gosh. Do you know how many throws I have? I can't count.
You can't count. Yeah.
No,
My
I'm
dogs keep taking
I'm
them.
a sucker for the throws.
Yes.
To me, they represent all things home. They are in baskets, they are on sofas, they are on beds, they are on
Yeah.
chairs. wherever
They
you go.
represent hugs to me.
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
they're just a big hug all the time.
Yes.
So with this brand new Kort Co line, and listen, do we have the video? Because I love that intro video. And for those people who are just joining us, I want to introduce you to Courtney Wilson. I mean, you have been a very busy lady, haven't you?
You know, I feel like I've been busy since the day I had my first child.
Yeah, no kidding.
Taking a breath. And now they're 21, 19, and 18. But between TV, I started a podcast.
Yeah.
This year, the Kort Co line, life, kids, college, high school, all of the things. You know? But at the end of the day, I feel more centered than I've ever been. I'm only backing the things that I absolutely love.
Isn't that a good feeling?
It's such
you
a
know,
good
when you get to
feeling.
that point in your life and you have that confidence to do
Yeah.
that. Listen, let's introduce, as people are just sort of flipping through the channels, I want you to meet, yes, Courtney Wilson here in person, but watch this.
For too long, home design felt like a puzzle, a set of rules to follow, a formula for perfection. But what if your space was more than just put together? What if it told your story? What if it felt like you? That's why I created Kort Co, to make design decisions easier and help you embrace your personality in every corner of your home. Design isn't about rules, it's about creating a space that feels right for you, so you feel right at home. At Kort Co, we want to imagine, create, and inspire together.
And it's so nice because I've watched you for years. And yeah, absolutely. And I love that you have a podcast
I've
now.
watched you for years, so.
Love it. You know, and that's the beauty, is that because you're so relatable and you're authentic, and that's what we love so much about you.
Well,
So
you
when you
know.
create a line like this, it shows through, because this is all about, I think this is all about love.
It's about love. It's about home.
Yes.
It's about loving your home. And,
Right.
And for me, you know, it's about the little things. You know, I can't go on vacation 365 days a year.
Right.
And I think we all wish that we could do that. But we can bring that sentiment home and love our own bedrooms. And I know that when I go on vacation, when I come home to this, it's going to feel like home. It's going to feel.
Yeah, and you
Real.
know, and I think in the state of things, and people aren't traveling as much as
They're
they
not.
used to.
So you can invest in your home.
That's
a little bit
what
more.
I'm thinking. A lot more staycations. You know,
Yeah.
maybe it is that moment of crawling into these sateen sheets,
Yeah.
getting this duvet cover, this muslin material, and beautiful summer weight fabrics, but
Yeah.
of course all year round if you'd like, and doing that for yourself as a beautiful treatment. And you know, to treat yourself with great wellness and gratitude and dignity. And these are the beautiful fabrics that we want to have against our body. So
Yes.
listen to this. We only have 99 remaining on the,
Oh my
on the chenille
gosh.
throw.
Wow.
How many shows do you have today? 3?
3.
Okay. So the chenille throw, we need to highlight
That's
that
it.
chenille.
Oh, this chenille throw.
The chenille.
Okay.
We're going to highlight that again because size on that, is that a 50 by 70? Let me double check. Okay. So
It's much thicker than the muslin.
Yes.
So this is
50
definitely
by
going to
70.
be year-round, whether it's, you know, your winter months by the fire.
Can you open it?
Yes,
Just-
I would for sure be bringing this to my lake house. I'm not going to lie.
I mean, it is bigger than you.
it's bigger than me.
So, but the quality of this is undeniably excellent. It makes me think about when I go into the artisans spots in like, we go to Cabo a lot. So it's like those kinds of places. You go
Yeah.
to the artisan shops
Yeah.
and it's all the organic materials and
That's
it's
right.
all of the woods, and it's
Yeah,
just
we've
has
added
that beautiful feeling to
The
it.
little stripe in here just to break it up, of course, with the fringe. But it's, you know, I wish that they could feel it through the TV screen.
Yeah,
But
one day.
one day, exactly. But it's really, really, really soft.
Yeah, it's on its way to selling out. Also, not the chenille throw, but the muslin throw. Can we pop up the graphics for that, Scott? Because that muslin throw also, I find that this one is a great way to tie things together
Yeah.
and starting to introduce that fabric. It's only $44.99. Maybe
Do we have a chair that we can show it on?
what
What about this one? I
I'll
feel
just
like
push it over.
I'm just pushing it over.
There we go.
okay? 'Cause it's like-
Listen, her first time here, she's gonna come. Here, do you want me to carry it? Here, I'll carry the other side.
Yes?
Here we go.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay, grab the other side. Okay. Only this woman I would do this for. Okay.
Thank you so much. Okay, but this is an example of just throwing one of the muslin throws, because they're really, really, really thin, off the side of a chair, right? For a little bit of texture. And it's just, it gives
I
that
like that muslin.
I know,
That's
it's like, you know,
nice.
it's like a Ralph Lauren house. When you see the
Yes.
like throw in the corner, or look, I've backed baby in a corner. But if you also did something like this,
Yeah, we
right?
haven't given enough love to this soft green.
Soft green
Yeah.
on the side, and then I would tuck it like that.
Do you know when you're really, like, it's really hot outside, really super humid, you wrap your body in that, even after a long day of sun.
Yeah.
Like, that's beautiful on your body. I mean, in the hottest climates, that's the kind of clothes people wear.
Well, for sure. I mean, this is going to be able to be used all seasons. That's the whole point.
Yeah, it's
of
that
the
coverage
muslin.
without
It's
the weight.
really, really, really light, especially in the summer months when you're
Yeah.
going outside at night and you're, you know, maybe by a fire, and you don't necessarily need the warmth, but you want the comfort.
Yes.
So this would be for you.
Yeah, this is a beautiful gift to pass along to somebody as well. You know, maybe a senior parent, someone's convalescing, like just you want a little bit of something.
Yeah.
That chenille throw gives you a lot more weight as well. Cream is the lowest now and will sell out first on this, $44.99. Also, the idea of color drenching. This is the piece you want to add. Let's go over to the green bed.
Okay,
We're gonna
green
leave
bed
our
it is.
chair there. You're
Yes,
going to use it
I
again.
say
I know you will.
exactly. And you know, you just said like it's a great gift. You know,
Yeah.
people always say you're really hard to buy for. I'm not really, because I'm actually not picky. But if somebody bought me linens,
Yes.
like think about buying a new mother linens
Yes.
or these throws, like for her, because she's hopefully going to be able to rest in bed.
Yes.
I mean, that's the goal here. That basically is sending the message that you should rest and you should, you know, take care of yourself.
Right.
But yeah, this is one of those, or like a new bride.
Oh, a new bride would be beautiful to do this.
Yes.
You know,
Do the
you
whole thing,
Do a
something that-
basket and
Yes,
do
a
a
basket with
couple of them.
everything.
Yes. This is the duvet cover. We also, here, let's get that out of here. We got the duvet cover. All right, in this beautiful soft green, the sateen sheet.
Yes.
We'll pop that over.
And sometimes I throw the sheet over, and sometimes
You
I
don't?
don't.
Yep.
It just depends what mood. My husband, when he's making the bed, he's always like, "What are we doing today?" And I'm like, "I don't know until I'm there."
The duvet cover, the graphics are up for that. We have it in Queen and King. And if you're just joining us, Courtney Wilson's redesigning the studio. Okay, so just stay with us in that adventure. We have 3 color versions for you. We have this soft, beautiful blue, that soft green, as well as let's put the 4 colors together.
here? Okay.
So everyone, and the cream and the blue will be the first one to sell out. I was really surprised how much I love this blue.
I know. Well, it's a really hot color right now.
It
So is
is.
the green. I mean, you have your other neutrals, the taupe and the ivory, that can be mix and match,
Right.
or integrated into all of the other colors. So they're going to be your true neutrals. But I mean, I definitely chose neutral trendies, is what I'm going to call them.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you did this one, and this one, and this one,
And then you've got the cream underneath your tray.
and then, and then the cream
Yeah.
is underneath the tray.
So your choice today, but moving the quickest. The king size is at the $229.99. You want to just mention the shams and pull one of those shams out for a second?
Yes.
What is the style of sham they'll get
so of
with
course,
this?
if you're doing if you're doing the sheet set, the shams are going to match the sheet set sateen, the 100% cotton sateen, and of course it's going to have this detail on it, and it's more because I want you, when you're mixing and matching the linens, to accomplish the look by not having little details that separate each thing, whereas. The muslin covers that match the coverlets and the duvet
Are the same,
covers
right?
are the same.
Okay.
So the front is going to match the front of this. So slightly like wrinkled muslin look on purpose.
Yeah.
So you don't. So my friend over here did not have to iron her sheets and her duvets. This
So
is
then
all
we'll
for
iron
you.
the pillowcases. For sure.
Yes, and then of course it's just a nice. It's got the cover here.
Yeah,
see
the
that? So
envelope.
that
Nice.
You aren't going to see.
But
your
actually, that's
pillow.
pretty deep too. Some of them they
No,
chintz
no.
out, and then they're
And then
half
it's
the
worse.
size.
That's
Yes.
right,
Then
no.
they just come out.
That's right. That's
So
right.
the coverlet, which one is the coverlet set? So, because we've got a coverlet set, we've got a duvet set.
Yep. So the coverlet set is going to be this one over here.
Okay.
That we actually have the ivory or the cream.
Is it on there?
Yeah, it's actually right here.
Okay.
Remember we well, here.
Okay, I don't know if I want to take it all apart, but
Well, we could show how large this is.
Let's
That's
do it.
for darn sure.
okay.
In
Well, we've
fact-
got the coverlet set in queen and in king.
Okay,
So
if
what's
we-
the weight of the coverlet set? Is that similar to the throw weight?
similar to the muslin throw?
Similar to the muslin.
That's right.
Okay.
So the duvet cover will be a little bit heavier because it's two-sided, obviously, and it's slightly different aligner. But with this one, now let's just, we can show you how we can actually.
See, you could just put anything that you've got underneath, you know.
And I'm going to remove these.
Wouldn't this be just the simple and easiest way to make a bed in the
Oh my
morning?
gosh,
So
absolutely.
whatever comforter or what have you that you have on the bed, just pop this beautiful coverlet over it, just for a little
Right.
bit more design.
And again, I'm showing the ivory with this. Well, actually, you have three colors here. You
Yeah.
have the sheet set in the gray or taupe color. You have the ivory cases and then the blue. But let's just say you really liked the blue coverlet.
Right.
You could do all of the sheets in ivory. Heck, you could do, last week I had on my personal bed, I had the green sheets and the blue duvet.
Right. Oh, pretty.
Yeah, and it was really pretty together.
See, that, the color, sort of that color
It's
difference.
actually, here, I'm gonna show you
on
the,
that blue sheet. So that's the sateen
Yeah.
sheets, and then that coverlet's lovely.
there you go.
Oh, see, so they're all dyed to match, but the different texture, of course, takes dye differently,
That's right. That's right.
But that warm vanilla color and that blue together is just
That's right.
stunning.
That's right.
Like that to me is just fresh. You
Yeah.
know, you feel like you're
That's
in a white sort of picket fence home.
Yes,
right?
and you
It-
have the fringe all the way
Yeah.
around on the coverlet versus, I think here, let's look at these. These ones are just the ends.
Right.
For the
And that's
for the muslin
throw.
throws.
So
yeah.
you could get the muslin throw
and the muslin cover.
and the muslin coverlet. So to create this look of the layered muslin, it would be beautiful. And of course, the duvet cover would serve the same purpose, but this would give you a little bit more multi-use because you have the coverlet, right?
I'm gonna actually show.
Oh, the
put
green
this
coverlet,
together.
by the way, I've only got 4 dozen left. In the
Oh.
green coverlet, okay? So here, we'll just pop this out for a sec.
Oh my goodness.
Would you put the green and the blue ever together?
That 100%. That's what I
Okay.
said. You could do the green sheets and the blue coverlet. I did that on my bed last week.
Right.
And using the two colors, and you would bring it in by like tie it all together with accessories and then other neutrals. You'll see that I've chosen gray. They're fake, but they're gray. And then a little greenery. Pop a little bit of greenery in
Right.
here. You know,
So the
on
king
books.
size in the green coverlet, I'm down to 14 left. If you want the green coverlet, that's it.
goodness,
I
yeah.
know. Well,
Thank
everybody's
you
been
so
waiting.
much.
Everybody's been waiting for you, Courtney Wilson. So we have got her here. We're launching a Canadian exclusive. This is it, the only place in this country that you can get this line. And it's a beautiful combination of these rich natural fabrics and beautiful fibers. And cotton muslin is that swaddling, the way we wrap ourselves. It's what we want in the summertime in these hot, humid
They
months.
were my favorite blankets for my babies when I was having babies years ago, and I would bring them home in muslin. And the full circle moment that now I've recognized that this just shouldn't be for babies. We don't just use the best for our babies. We actually also deserve it. I don't want to sound like entitled, but in a time when we can't maybe vacation a lot, we have to stay home.
Yeah.
Invest in your home in little ways, you know?
Yeah.
This is like a spa day to me.
Well, it all immediately makes you feel good, and sort of that dopamine rush and those
Yeah.
endorphins, you know, they start popping as soon as you see it.
That's right.
When you have that feeling that it's on the pages of a magazine, or you're scrolling through,
That's
or
right.
you know, it's on Pinterest or something. It's immediate, and it can happen in a matter of moments because it's not hard to do. It's just foolproof with the color scheme. Buy
That's
any
right.
two.
And
Put 'em
any two,
together.
also, you know, not for nothing, okay? When people are putting a ton of like accent pillows, you're welcome to do that. I've done it
Yeah,
myself.
how do you feel about accent pillows?
I feel all sorts of ways about accent pillows, but what my husband would tell you he loves is having this setup. So they're actually functional pillows, right? Where the covers come with all of the things we've just mentioned, the duvets and the coverlets, and then we can just back them up. You just don't necessarily need 3, but I like one between my legs.
Yeah, no kidding. Right?
So
Keeps your back straight.
Keep your
It's
back
nice. Keeps the hips nice in line.
Saving me back surgery money later.
Okay. My producer just made a comment in my ear. He goes, "You guys have messed this studio up so bad, but it still looks amazing."
Because it's home. That's what home is. You know, if you
Yeah.
use the right products, you can mess it up. If you have the right like foundation to the room and to the linens or whatever room you're doing.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be messed up. My house gets super messy. It just also gets put back together. So in the morning,
I'm grabbing more. I'm just going to pop them out while you're talking.
cleaning up the pillows. Yeah. So when you when you layer your linens, it's definitely more fun to make your bed. I definitely said fun to make your bed, which some people are going to disagree with. But when I walk back into the bedroom, I want it to feel like a vacation.
Yeah.
I want it to feel like somebody came in and put it all together again.
Oh, you're a girl after my own heart. That's exactly how I feel
Really?
about that. Yeah, for sure. Because it's such a moment of peace.
Yeah, and there is for sure science about this.
Yes.
That you are more successful and it starts your day off right.
Yeah, absolutely. It's all available for you for the very first time, but don't miss out on your sizes. This is what we're calling gray. It really is that warmer gray kind of taupe, depending on how you accessorize it. With the blue combination, you know, this is home. It started out looking like a house, like a model home, a model house, and now it's a model
And now
home.
it feels like you can.
And you're
you
not
know.
going to get it all messy, and that's the beauty with the wrinkles in that cotton muslin. It's always going to stay. Okay,
As we say in the South, ain't nobody got time for that.
how are you laundering this stuff? Okay, what tips can you give us on the cotton muslin?
Well, I was going to make a joke saying dry clean only. Definitely not. Throw it in the washing machine. I don't know. You can dry it out in your backyard, but I throw it in my dryer. And
You
it's
do.
Great.
So it's all pre-shrunk, even though it's all cotton.
Yes,
You don't have to worry about that.
No, I don't. And I've already washed everything, so I'm good.
And so even with that little bit of that fringe on there,
Yeah.
not too much, there's no threads, nothing of that nature, but it's that soft blue, pretty blue. Let's go over to the green. We're just getting some updates on the sheet set, have been very popular. So if you want the sateen sheets, we'll show them too. The sateen, I'm picking up pillows.
So
This is your green-blue
Yeah,
combo.
and
so
as wonderful as all of the other layers are, and the blankets, and the throws, and the coverlets, it all starts with the sheets.
Yeah.
And again, people don't want to invest in the thing that's going to actually be on their body, but it is the most important component to the whole bed.
It's a huge factor of how well you sleep.
Oh, how you feel.
Yeah.
I mean, when I just sat down, I could feel the softness right away. And when it's not soft, y'all, I can feel that too.
Yeah.
And so that's why, I mean, I was buying linens like crazy from different places and then researching where they were made. And all of this comes from Portugal. So listen.
Gosh,
if
we
you're-
haven't even mentioned
We
that.
haven't. No, if you're looking for like the best country music, you go to Nashville. If you're looking for the best people, you come to Canada. But if you're looking for the best fabrics, go to Portugal.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, that's beautifully said.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's why everything that you'll find, all of it is from Portugal. So we've got these great prices for you, a beautiful exclusive collection. Nobody else has this. It's Courtney Wilson. We're spending the last few minutes just before we have to wrap up, just recapping. Let's pop this up if we can.
Wrapping up? We are almost done.
Yeah,
this
we're almost done.
Oh my God.
See how easy that was?
That
First
was so
show.
fast. You guys made it easy.
So the cotton sateen set, we have it in 4 color options, but in 2 sizes, in queen and in king, 120947. Then you can choose either the cotton muslin duvet cover, 120948, or the coverlet set. Both are 3-piece sets. One is that large sort of throw, if you will, large coverlet, along with the 2 shams. But we do have the throw. It would be a shame at $44.99 not to get that muslin throw. So with the last 2 minutes, can we just show these muslin throws for
Absolutely.
a second? Because I know they're going to sell out. Can you tell me, Scott, which one will sell out first? So if you are sort of on the fence post, cream will sell out first now.
Okay, well, there's the cream, and
So
let's actually just layer
You've got
all
the
of
green.
these
The
because
blue is underneath, or is that
Okay.
the coverlet?
so
Okay.
again, so if we just
Here, I'll give you this.
you can
You're
just
the expert.
Just drape it right there.
You're the expert.
on the end,
Okay.
and then
You don't
I'm gonna
need to be
drape
an
this
expert.
one. No, you don't need to be an expert. That's the whole point. You can just drape it, pick it up from the center and drape it, and you've got all There's 3. Where's the other one?
No, we lost it.
I bet it's under here. It's under here somewhere. Anyway, we've got the 4 colors somewhere.
So that's the great. Oh, it's on the chair.
Oh, it's on the chair.
It's on the chair. The chair that we were moving across the studio. We have to get that in a clip, Scott.
See, that's why they give us these earpieces, so they can be like, hey, don't be an idiot if you put it on the chair.
Scott did not say that, did he?
No.
Okay, good.
Those are my words. I'm paraphrasing what I think he meant. He was very
the
kind and
blue.
sweet.
Yeah, he's a sweetie.
Okay.
And that we're calling this one gray. It leans into taupe, just so you know when you get it home.
I know, it's taupe, guys, but it's a taupe gray, because the new gray is really leaning more warm, which is leaning more taupe. And so that's this color right here. And you can see that there's fringe on two ends.
I guess that's a true gray, right? Like a deep charcoal.
It's funny because it actually, if you pull it here, it looks green.
Oh my gosh, you're so right.
And if you pull it here, it looks gray.
Okay, so never mind.
Yeah, isn't that nuts? Green there and gray there.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
And you were saying putting the blue and the that soft green together. What a great
The blue and the green,
combo.
right?
Yes. Super duper fresh.
Oh, Carrie, you are awesome.
Oh, I've had such a pleasure. You're so wonderful.
Oh, thank you so much for making my first time so easy here.
Well, it felt like home. That's
yes, that's right. It feels like home.
You're going to see a lot more of Courtney Wilson. Coming back at what time today?
I'm back at 1 p.m. and 5 p.m.
1 p.m., 5 p.m. I hope you do stay with us because we've got Elizabeth Grant coming up in just a couple of moments, a 2-hour big beauty segment. So we'll see you back here in a few moments. But saying that, when you put it in your cart, check out, because you'll lose it later because someone will rob that from your cart. So you've got to check out quickly. Thank you, Courtney.
Thank you.
Bye.